Look at this thing, whatever it is, it looks amazing, right? Anything that slowly resolves around itself looks twice as good. How am I doing it, you wanna ask? Well, young Padawan, let me show you the way. Hello ladies and gents. Admire as it spins slowly and gracefully, revealing all the details and angles of an item placed on top of it. Isn't that beautiful? Today I'll show you how I made my spinning display. I gotta warn you though, watching spinning items for too long can make you dizzy. I based this build on this guy's video on how to make a spinning display. I highly recommend watching that too if you haven't already. I decided to make this tutorial to show you what changes I made to it and what problems I faced along the way. Nevertheless, this build is easy, so easy that even a child can make it. And that's what I'm gonna do today. My son will take over and I'm gonna kick back and relax.
Relax, take it easy.
By the way, it's normal. He has it after me. I have the same face when I'm building something. Enough jokes, and let's get to it. This is Lazy Susan, aka Sallywagon, aka Dragon Sally, aka Downtrodden Jesus Christ, who's coming up with those names? I picked it up from IKEA for $5.50. You can buy just bearings and make everything from scratch, but for me, the top from this Lazy Susan was just perfect and pretty inexpensive, as most of the bearings you find on the internet will cost you more than this whole thing. I took it apart.
You suck!
Like a mouse!
I won't need this bolt, as it will be replaced with this wooden dowel that will be fixed permanently to the top. Pick the right size drill and don't drill it all the way through. Now, plastic or metal tube will go on top of it. The hole in the base needs to be wider for the tube to go through it. I'm trimming the dowel as it's a bit too long. Same with the plastic tube, I'm leaving it a bit longer on purpose to adjust it later on. This is a motor from an old microwave. eBay to the rescue. It's ideal as it's strong, spins slowly and with the same speed throughout. It turned out that the dowel I used was a bit too big. The bearing was spinning, but I could feel that the tube in the middle was stopping it quite a bit. Thus I had to take the dowel out and trim it slightly. Gluing it back again, I need to be quick as this glue dries very quickly. I'm getting rid of any excess glue to make sure that the moving part of the bearing will not touch it. Here is the bit I mentioned before, adjusting the length of the tube stage 2. Initial fitting, and before I put everything together, I need to make legs high enough so that the motor underneath the spinning display isn't touching anything. My first attempt was poor. When making a recess to make the screws flush with the wood, I destroyed 2 out of 4 blocks I cut out. And I will not even comment on my second attempt. Third time the charm, as they say. I went with 2 longer planks instead of 4 blocks. I'm making pilot holes now to not to split the wood. And voila! Legs are ready. Magnifique! I had some problems with attaching the base to the bearing. Turns out my glue from the glue gun isn't the best with flat and smooth surfaces. Even after making some holes in the bearings and roughing the base, it did not stuck. So I had to use some all-purpose adhesive and leave it overnight to dry. That did the trick. In the morning, everything was firmly stuck together. Now I need to provide some electricity to the motor. I used a cable from a broken iron. Yes, I saved that kind of stuff. Remember kids, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Now it's the time to attach the motor to the spinning display. I had to make sure everything is centered for it to spin with no problems. I didn't know how to do that though, so I just went for it and hoped for the best. Turned out the tube was still too long. Trimming stage 3. Problem solving at its best. Okay, now we good to continue. I glued the shit out of it. screwed it in place and left it overnight to dry properly. Look at this, it's actually working. I mean, obviously it's working, like everything I made, always. Now it's only a matter of leveling it, as it is a bit wobbly. A bit of sandpaper should do the trick. Okay, it didn't. I'm gonna try a piece of carton. What the f? I'm sorry guys. As you can see, I did glue it to the wrong side of the leg first. Obviously, stupid. But that's nothing I can't fix this time. And with that done, it's leveled, it's spinning, it's ready to go. I hope you found this video helpful or entertaining or both. Throw me a like, subscribe, or just give me some money. You will help me make more and better videos that way. Don't hesitate to comment on what you liked or disliked. That will also help me make videos better. As usual, stay tuned for more videos like that. You have a good rest of the day, and if the weather's good outside, don't waste it all on YouTube.